We're
That is
talking
my
about the meat on the counter. What's the meat on the
well.
counter?
Look at this little cutie pot roast, man. Look at that thing.
Ooh,
I know.
ooh.
Sorry for you guys that are vegetarians or vegans, but I'm married to an Idaho guy, and he's meat and potatoes. I would so love. I'm gonna try and create some. I'm gonna say vegetarian dishes because I love eggplant, and
Okay.
there's so much you
Me
can do with
too.
eggplant. But anyway, so
All
this
right.
little pot roast, I just decided to get a little one.
Yeah.
We're gonna just call this Sunday pot roast. Basically, what you do to a pot roast is the same. You definitely got to season it. Depending on the cut of meat, it's good to sear it. And then you add liquid to it and you cook it really slow. Now, this pot roast definitely has, some fat on top, which is really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
The pot roast is usually a tougher meat. And so slow cooking, but searing it, keeping all of those juices in is a lot better. And then you slow cook it. And that's why it takes a couple hours. Or if you do a crock pot, depending on how big your roast is, it could take
Right.
anywhere from 3 to 6 to 8 hours. So anyway, having this little fat here is really, really good.
Scotty and Bree on Instagram said they have a pot roast in their cooking slow cooker right now. That's awesome.
Woo!
I love that.
You know what? To me, when I don't have kids, it's not always just a Sunday special dinner.
Right,
For me, this
right.
can be all the time. And for Chris and I, we'll probably get another night's meal out of this. So depending on how the meat turns out, because I'll be
Cool.
rushing this. But anyway, so I've got a bunch of seasonings going on here.
Hey,
And I put
Deb.
in a little bit of cornstarch
Ooh,
on in my mix here because as I put the liquid in there, I'm hoping just that little bit of cornstarch will just thicken up that gravy just a tad. But I've
yeah.
got garlic powder, I have salt, I've got pepper, I've got thyme, I've got oregano, I've got rosemary. I debated, but I did put in a little bit of smoked paprika
Ooh,
because it's just Chris and I, and so we'll see if it gives me that little hint of smokiness. And
okay.
and then I'll sear it. I'll let it cook in just a broth a little bit, and then I will add the potatoes and carrots maybe an hour into it because I don't think this meat will take more than 3 hours to cook, if that. So
Yes,
I'll let the
yes.
cook in the broth a little bit. Then I'll chop up these little wonderful carrots into, kind of big chunks. I'll do an onion, even though he doesn't like onions, but you got to have an onion. Oh, I even have a bay leaf because I don't know, beef and beef broth. I like a little bay leaf for seasonings in that. And then I've got these little round potatoes. See these little
Ooh,
round potatoes?
so you're going to do all this while we're on the show? Throw it in
Well,
the pot, sister.
if y'all don't mind that I do, I would so appreciate that I could kind of do this as we do our live. So, Chris doesn't say, guess I have to go out and get my dinner today.
Well, that's cool. I can ask you questions while you're doing it then.
Oh
How's
yeah,
that?
yeah. And dinner for him, if he's really hungry, will just be fast food. Oh, listen, you guys, because he's upstairs. I think he's taking a little nap because he got up so early this morning.
Oh,
Anyway, what did he say? We were talking about something, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I know. I think he made himself lunch because usually we have a late breakfast and then we just have dinner and we just do a little snack or something like that for lunch." And that's why I really got to come up with some more lunch things. But anyway, so he opened up a can of chili, I think, and
ooh.
then he did a corn dog. Did his hot dog like a corn dog and everything. Not a corn
Oh,
dog, a chili dog.
oh,
A
got
chili
it.
dog. So he opened up a can of chili and chili dog. And after he ate, he goes, "You know what? These chili dogs don't taste so good, as good as they used to, when he was by himself." He goes, "I think I'm getting too spoiled by your cooking, Amy." And I was happy about that. Believe me, I was happy. And I'm like, oh, good.